The most effective thing we use to treat anxiety as an adult is exposure therapy, which is essentially the idea that if you just repeatedly face the thing that you're scared of, eventually it will be less scary. So as adults, we've usually experienced this. First day of your new job, you're really nervous, you've got like your suit and tie. 100th day of your new job, you're turning up in your Crocs and you're not so nervous anymore. As long as nothing's gone on in between, that's probably how it's going to go. That is this process. Kids don't understand that. As parents, if we can understand this process, it can be a little bit helpful for us not to freak out too much about the things that our kids are scared of, because we know that it's going to get there. And there are a couple of things that we can do to help the process along. Let's talk about how it works. So, top one, when you're nervous about something or afraid of something, this is what we usually do. If you're afraid of spiders, for example, and you see a spider, up comes your anxiety, I'm scared, and I do something. I either leave the room or I get somebody to get rid of the spider for me. Once the spider's gone or I'm gone, I feel okay, I feel fine. Problem is, next time there's a spider, same thing happens again. And the only way for me to ever get past that is to sit with some spiders for a while. So if there's something that your child is facing that they're very scared of, this will happen instead. If they've got to go and face it, this will happen. If I sat in a room with a spider, up comes my fear, it stays high for a while, but then it just starts to taper off. That is essentially my brain going, there's something dangerous here, this is dangerous. Why hasn't anything happened? Why? Hold on. Oh, maybe we're okay. That is what's happening to your body. Repeat, 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 until eventually it actually just doesn't set off the alarm bells so much anymore, and eventually it becomes tolerable. That is what we want. So for example, if your kid is trying to go to school, that might be the principle that's in your head. Once they can just get in there, they'll be all right. However, you might have some tears and some shouting and some wrestling to even get them through the door in the first place, right? So, it will get better if they can go in and they can stay there for long enough. If they can stay there till mid-morning, it'll have tapered off by then. But getting them through the door is the hard part. So this is where this bit comes in. Baby steps. They don't have to do the full-on experience. If it's the whole process, getting dressed in their school uniform, going to the school door, what you could do is repeatedly practice with them getting dressed for school. Repeatedly practice with them taking them to the door, even when they're not going in. And just doing that repeatedly until that process at least becomes less scary. You might choose to say, okay, for the first 15, 20, 30 days, however long, I'm going to go with you right up to the door, over and over and over again. And then once you're kind of okay with that, once we've repeated it enough, then I can take 2 steps back and I'll leave you 2 steps from the door, and then I can wind it back from there. You don't have to just throw them in. You can see progress by taking baby steps, and it's likely that it'll be a little bit easier for both of you.